Masters, loved ones, teachers, positive ancestors. Give me the overall energy here as it relates to my collective. What does my collective need to know at this time as it relates to love? So first things first, okay? Spirit said keep the song. I was going to change it and Spirit said keep it, okay? I'm feeling like many of you at this time are feeling your heavy emotions might be coming up to the surface, but you also could be feeling like maybe you're carrying the weight of someone else's emotions, okay? There's definitely this energy as well as to question whether or not something is closed, or whether a cycle is closed, or whether a chapter is closed. Some of you are feeling a heavy emotional weight around whether or not something is closed, or whether or not there's still potential. It's almost like this energy of it could go either way, right? It could go either way. You could be a water sign or have strong water placements, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. There's definitely this feeling of, feeling emotionally affected by what could be the ending of a cycle. But also feeling like you could be feeling your person's emotions in terms of experiencing the acceptance of that. Damn. Tell me a little bit more about this. Yeah, fire and rain. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. There's this energy of you've been through it with this individual. Okay, you felt the passion, the desire, that strong pull towards them. It's like something in you told you you needed this person, you wanted this person. There was nothing that could stop you from going towards this person. Even if it felt like it sometimes, you were touching a hot stove, you were touching a flame, like it felt dangerous, or it felt like there was something here that could actually hurt you. But even with this knowing, you couldn't help but wanting this person or desiring this person because the pull was too strong. But that also brought the heaviness and the weight of release. There's a lot of emotional release around feeling a sense of disappointment and feeling like things couldn't get off the ground. A lot of you still question whether things could get off the ground, but for most of you, you're having a difficult time being optimistic. You're very reflective at this time. This is the energy of a collective that is reflecting as to where they are. You might have, even in the last few days, started to look back and assess how far you've come, and maybe even feeling like, yes, you feel the emotional weight of closing a cycle, but you might even be feeling your person's energy more than yours at this time. I almost feel like this is emotionally affecting them more than you in this moment. Damn. Tell me a little bit more about this. What do we need to know? Spirits, angels, and guides, ascended masters, loved ones, teachers, positive ancestors. Yeah, you feel like you're being called to transcend this. Transcend this. There's something here where you feel like if you don't allow yourself to move beyond at least the current state of this relationship, then something in you will never forgive you. Damn. That's what this is. Yeah, Queen of Cups. You're protecting your energy. You're protecting your energy because you know when you love hard. You love hard. You love deeply. You love unconditionally. But sometimes you do pour into the wrong people. And not to say you think this is the wrong person per se, but there is a part of you that feels like enough is enough. Enough is enough. And right now, you're trying to do something good for yourself. You're like, I need to make a decision to just transcend this, to come into a state of union with my higher self. That's what this is. You're coming into a state of union with your higher self. And that requires you to push away from anything that makes you feel like you have to accept less than what you deserve. Okay? And you also sense there could be new opportunities on the other side of this. A lot of you do feel like there could be new opportunities. But yeah, the energy on this person's side is very heavy. Why is the energy heavy on this person's side? What do we need to know about this? Because this is somebody, damn, we are getting into it immediately, right off the bat. This is somebody who has tried to pretend that they're okay without you. This is somebody who has tried to cling to a comfort zone that doesn't feel like you. Doesn't feel like you. But this is also somebody who feels like the more they cling to something else, the more they want you. And it feels like them being in this state of resistance has actually made them want you more. It's actually made them desire you more. So the more they hold on to something else, or the more they push you away, or the more they stay in this South Node energy, again, repeating old patterns. South Node energy is like your karma, right? It's repeating the old karma and going back to Lilith energy, right? It's like what you're needing to learn, what you're needing to reflect on. This is somebody who keeps going back to karma and learning the same lessons, but not necessarily learning them or growing. Definitely feeling this energy of like repeated cycles on this person's side. Okay. What else do we need to know? What does this person want my collective need to know? What does this person want my collective to know about the relationship? So I specifically heard it's not over. It's not over. For some of you, the only way this person is going to come forward and share this with you, this is like, This is very gruesome. This is like heavy energy, okay? The only way this relationship is going to move forward is if you, before this person comes forward, basically say to yourself and the universe that this is over on your end. For a lot of you, that's what you need to do to protect yourself. That's what you need to do in order to protect your relationship with yourself. You need to be able to stand 10 toes down and say, I'm not going to communicate with this person. I'm not going to try to reconnect with this person. I'm just going to allow myself to close out the cycle. And it's going to be super uncomfortable, but it's going to make myself feel comfortable on the other side. And as you release here, that spring comes back, because your person, in their energy, conscious and subconscious, they don't feel like this is over. They truly don't. What do they have to offer my collective at this time, if anything? North Node energy here. This person thinks that following you in some way could represent a higher purpose for their life, could represent the courage to be able to move towards a period in which they could be lucky or they can experience expansion. This is somebody who feels like you are this North Star for them, North Node energy. For some of you, this is somebody who lives north of you, but there's a lot of energy here of this person feeling like they have to follow you to the top, or they have to seek out your energy because it provides them some source of inspiration. Dang. Okay, what do we need to know about what this person will actually offer them now? Because right now I feel like this is somebody who's having a difficult time being courageous and brave enough to come forward, but there's a part of them that knows that they have to take action. What stops them from taking action? They have to plant new seeds. This is a grower, not a shower. This is a slow moving energy. This is an earth sign for a lot of you, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Thank you, Christine. I love you. This is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is somebody who moves very slowly. This is somebody who moves with intention. This is somebody who operates at a snail's pace. And there's a part of them who does feel like, at least on their side, whether you agree with this person or not, but on their side, they feel like if they come towards you, they don't just want it to be a transient, casual, back and forth, relationship dynamic like you had in the past. This time, they want it to be for real. This time, they want it to be able to grow. They want the relationship to actually have potential to scale. They feel like right now, they're not ready. There's a part of them that feels like, I can't plant new seeds right now. I can't plant new seeds. And there's this energy of when I want to come forward, or when I do come forward, I want it to be for real. Like I want it to be for life. That's what this feels like. But it's risky. It's risky behavior because on your side, I feel like you're more than happy at this time to be open to new opportunities. What does my collective feel about new opportunities? There's a risk here. This is someone who's playing with fire. You feel like you have a duty to yourself to at least be open to focusing all of your energy on your own growth and expansion. Even if you aren't running into the arms of someone else, what you're really wanting to do is put all this energy you're putting to this person into yourself in order to be able to experience monumental growth. And I see for a lot of you, this is happening in the spring and summertime, okay? Because you realize at this time that the karmic debt here needs to be cleared. What does the future path look like for this collective? Dang. Look at this. Dark night of the soul. Key and crucial because of the fact that there's a twin flame connection to move you into a state of union, right? The only way out is through. The only way out is through, okay? And the song is your song. The song is your song. It's like, I kind of feel like this is the energy of you both have to go your own way for a while. It feels heavy and it feels sad, but it also, on your side, is feeling less and less sad every day. That's the energy I'm getting on your side, is like, every day that passes, it feels more correct to focus my energy on myself, and you feel more at peace in doing so, and you feel more alive because you're starting to feel that inspiration coursing through your veins. You're starting to feel supported by the universe. Every day that passes, it actually feels better to clear this karmic debt. And yeah, every day you feel a little bit less sad. And it's so interesting. The less sad you feel, the more sad I feel like this person feels. Because this is definitely somebody who's been spiritually bypassing the acceptance of this connection potentially being done because of their actions. But I don't feel like they're going to be able to bypass much longer. Truthfully. Peace is always available to you. Leonard, peace is always available to you. Christine, she's a fast processor. So in order to move into a state of union, what would be required for my collective here? Dang. I feel for a lot of you, you have to repair the relationship with yourself. For For some of you, you feel guilty because you feel like you did something to push this person away, because at some point you said, this is what I require from you. And they basically took off or detached. That's what I'm getting in this collective. It's like you told this person, this is what I need, or you finally put boundaries up and this person pushed you away. And I feel like you blame yourself. A lot of you blame yourself. But I feel that there's an encouragement here to recognize that that was the only way for this relationship to evolve and grow, was for you to stand up for yourself. A relationship is not sustainable if you only can show up in your lower self. You have to be able to show up in your higher self in order for it to expand. Some of you need to be a lot more compassionate towards yourself. Have some grace and hold space for the higher self or the new version of yourself that you're creating. And on your person side, this is somebody that needs to stop isolating themselves from their truth. For those of you who are dealing with someone with a third party, this is somebody who needs to be honest with themselves. But for most of you, I feel like this is just somebody who needs to trust. Trust the fact that everything in their life seems to have conflict when they're not with you, when they're not connected with you. I feel like this is somebody who needs to accept that there's a conflict here that they have to acknowledge as being a state of resistance, or representative of resistance in their life. Dang. Okay. What will the future state of union and integration look like with this collective? Both of you standing in a state of empowerment. That's what it is. Because you are currently moving into a state of your higher self. This is a multi-phase integration of you stepping into your higher self. Of course you're repelling someone in their lower self. Of course you're repelling someone who's in a lower vibration. Of course you're repelling someone who's not making good life choices. Of course you're repelling someone who's spiritually bypassing. Of course you're repelling someone who's not healing. Of course you're repelling someone who doesn't want to live in their truth. Of course you're repelling someone who's choosing to see from everyone else's perspective, or needing to be validated by everyone else around them because they can't find that validation within. Of course you're repelling that energy. Accept that. Accept that as a gift, because that is the way the universe loves you. The universe shows you love by allowing you to attract what you are, for better or for worse. Any other insight here into the future for this relationship? Dang. I see for a lot of you on your side, you're releasing this, even though it's difficult for a lot of you, okay? You're releasing this because it's difficult, but you're also recognizing that that allows you to be able to continue to activate the powers of your discernment. Because for many of you, you've had a really difficult time because you do love this person, you care about this person, but yeah, you feel tempted by this person regardless. Even though you know they're not good for you, or they know they can't offer you anything, it's like you're tempted by this person. But that's also a representative of you vibrationally still aligning, again, with your prior version of self. There's still a part of you that's mirroring this person. I see the more that you detach from that version of yourself, the more you fully step into your power, the more you will repel this energy and not even feel any type of guilt or discomfort around pushing something away or closing off to something that isn't good for you. And yeah, I feel like the universe wants you to fully give yourself over to them in a place of love and trust. Okay? Lean on your friends, lean on your soul family, people who love you, people who see you. There are many of them. I promise you that. For many of you, you've chosen the one person who doesn't see you because you know that you have things that you need to heal. You chose the one person who doesn't recognize you because there are things that you need to recognize in yourself. So for many of you, there's a great opportunity here to be able to come out on the other side of this and really feel like a completely changed person. I love you, Stephen. A fully changed person, a fully reformed, rewired, energetic being, ready for expansion. Final advice for this collective. What do they need to know at this time? Truthfully, I feel like this is a masculine that is apologetic. They are. I feel like if you're dealing with a masculine energy, this is somebody who feels shameful. Shameful. This energy of, I feel ashamed because there's a feminine that's actually leading the journey and path. But truthfully, in many cases, it is the feminine energy that does lead. The feminine energy that leads, and then the masculine follows, right? In many cases, it's the feminine energy that initiates new life. You are the originator and initiator of new life if you are the divine feminine, right? So this feels like the order of operations that is necessary as you continue to evolve. You create life. You create new life for yourself and then others around you. This divine masculine energy does feel a sense of an apologetic nature towards you, or does feel like they owe you some type of debt of gratitude for all that you've given them. But the moment you no longer require this of them, You take a step back and you see them as they are. You send them love and compassion. They will recognize that the only person that they have to apologize to is themselves. They will recognize that the only person that deserves their forgiveness is themselves. This is somebody who needs to make amends with themselves so they can come forward and initiate a new chapter with you. Final advice here for this collective. This is about a higher self-activation. For most of you, you are playing checkers when you should be playing chess. This is not about making this person want you or chase you or follow you or pursue you. Who cares about any of that conflama, drama, nonsense, silliness, pop culture tarot? Not helpful. What is helpful is that this is about you literally reincarnating within your lifetime. This is about you incarnating within your life path. Do you know how rare that is? Do you know how rare it is to go through an entire rebirth within this life path? That's a gift. Take that. Receive that. Accept that. I feel for most of you, it is about stepping into the state of activation of your higher self to the extent where when you do see this person, you see them from a place of love. When you're in that lower self, the ego is activated and the ego says, this person wronged me, they have to pay. This person hurt me, they have to heal me. The higher self says, I am responsible for my own healing. I can send myself love. I can send myself compassion. We're all evolving and growing and transforming on our path. There's an energy here of not allowing yourself to go to a place in which you have any doubts around fully stepping into this higher self. Some of you do have guilt as well around leaving this person behind. That feel like it represents a relationship from your childhood. Could be a parental relationship. Feeling as if maybe there were still to this day relationships in your family that you had to move beyond in order for you to step into your higher self. I feel for a lot of you, this is a big step, but a necessary one. Okay? So as you evolve forward here, you are moving into a state of harmony and flow, but just know before you get to the state in which you feel that renewal, that state of expansion, that feeling of excitement, that motivation, that drive, that spark, before you have that lightning rod, you're going to experience a little bit of pain and suffering, and that's okay. It's okay to feel pain and discomfort when you are grieving something. It's okay to have sadness, in knowing that processing through that sadness brings you the most immense and unshakable sense of peace. Because before you went through the process of grieving and accepting, the sense of peace you had was fleeting. You only had peace when you were connected. You only had peace when things were working. You only had peace when you were experiencing an influx of income or happiness or opportunities or health or wealth, whichever the case. Find peace where you are. Find peace in a state of acceptance and you will always have peace. That's the energy. Yes, you got to feel it to heal it. But this is a collective that I see moving towards an expansive new cycle. And this is the way it was always destined to be. So I hope that was helpful for my collective, sending so much love, positive energy, and abundance. If you enjoyed that collective message, 1111 down below to let me know that was